From Earth to Auraxis. Part 1. The Rise of the Republic. November 28th, 2345. An anomaly described as a fracture in space is discovered. It disappears weeks later, before exploratory probes can reach it to investigate. January 18th, 2426. Responding to intelligence indicating imminent and simultaneous attacks, Earth's 6 greatest countries declare war on each other. By all rights, the war's senseless violence should have been stopped by its effect on the human population, which would be cut in half within the first decade of fighting, or by its wanton consumption of the Earth's limited resources, which were all but completely extinguished by the production of weapons of war. Instead, there was something different, something potentially larger than humanity itself, that ended the cycle of destruction. March 16th, 2444. The space fracture anomaly reappears, nearly 100 years after its original sighting. This time, probes are able to reach it and identify multispectral transmissions as they exit the fracture in the direction of Earth. They are believed to be some form of scan issued from the other side, and are considered by many as a clear indication of intelligent alien life that is aware of humanity. When the fracture closes several weeks later, Pluto is inexplicably destroyed. December 19th, 2444. The existence of the Wormhole is made public. In response to the news of an extraterrestrial power that may have directly caused the destruction of Pluto, peace talks between the Earth's major powers begin. May 13th, 2445. World leaders sign the armistice, bringing an end to the global war begun 19 years prior. Over the next several decades, borders fall and governments merge until all nations unite under a single entity known as the Terran Republic. Under the Declaration of Constancy, a council with representatives from every former nation is created, and an executive system of elected presidents begins. Part 2. Alien Artifacts. July 3rd, 2542. The space fracture, now commonly referred to as the Wormhole, reopens exactly 98.3 years after its last appearance. No further emissions are detected, prompting some to question the veracity of the original reports a century prior. After several weeks, it vanishes again. By June 2582, free from the fear of a powerful alien presence, colonial explorers have travelled the solar system and terraformed planets and their moons for human habitation. 2615. Explorer Tom Connery discovers the Moon Belt, a sparsely populated subsection of the Kuiper Belt made up of the fragments of hundreds of destroyed moons and the shattered remains of Pluto, extending from Neptune's orbit to beyond. His team discovers a distinctly unnatural signal emanating from a moon fragment, but lacks the equipment to pinpoint and investigate it, and instead returns to Earth. May 2618. Terran Republic Vice President Martin Harris dies of a heart attack, and renowned explorer Tom Connery is asked by President Sylvia Wyatt to fill a position for the remaining 6 months of her term. To the surprise of many, Connery accepts. November 10th, 2618. Terran Republic Vice President Tom Connery runs for and is elected to the office of President of the Terran Republic. January 2630. Terran Republic President Tom Connery retires from office after 3 successful 4-year terms and begins preparations to return to the Moon Belt. February 14th, 2630. Business Forward, an entity co-founded by the CEOs of some of the solar system's largest corporations, holds a summit at which the members agree to closely monitor the activity of former Terran Republic President Tom Connery. July 30th, 2630. The term New Conglomerate is coined as a reference to Business Forward's plan to unite major corporations, banks, labour unions, and private protection firms under a single banner to help combat the Terran Republic's restrictive policies towards the private sector. March 4th, 2631. Former Terran Republic President Tom Connery discreetly recruits noted xenobiologist Henry Briggs for his mission to the Moon Belt. September 2632. Former Terran Republic President Tom Connery and xenobiologist Henry Briggs locate an alien carving emanating strange signals in the Moon Belt. Briggs touches the idol and claims to have received a vision that greatly changes him, but retains only one distinct memory from the event: the word Vanu. May 2634. Former Terran Republic President Tom Connery's second Moonbelt expedition returns to Earth and announces the discovery of an alien artifact, a delicately carved figurine. This discovery ushers in a new space exploration boom, bringing with it the host of advances in spacefaring technology and the exploration of the solar system up to twice the distance of Pluto's remains. No additional artifacts are found. Part 3. Through the Wormhole. January 21st, 2636. Tom Connery petitions the Terran Republic for resources to mount an exploratory mission through the Wormhole, which scientists predict will reopen in 2640 and remain open for at least 2 weeks, using a volunteer crew. The Senate agrees to fund the expedition if he can enlist the requisite 75,000 volunteers within 3 weeks, by February 12th. February 3rd, 2636. Tom Connery presents signed affidavits containing more than 300,000 volunteers to the Terran Republic Senate. He's granted resources to recondition up to 200 ships for his mission through the Wormhole. May 13, 2638. An exploratory fleet of 128 ships, crewed by 75,000 volunteers, and led by former Terran Republic President Tom Connery, launches from Earth, bound for the Wormhole with the intention of exploring its far side. The fleet consists of Terran Republic military peacekeepers, new conglomerate-affiliated corporation executives, their hired enforcers and civilian labour force, and many scientists, engineers and tech experts, eager to learn more about the possibility of alien life. October 20th, 2640. Exactly as predicted, the Wormhole reopens. The first wave of Connery's fleet, caught by the fracture's gravity well, is deposited on the far side of the Wormhole before even engaging engines. Subsequent waves attempt to pass through, but most are destroyed or unable to reach it as the Wormhole destabilizes and closes. Ultimately, about 40,000 people, just over half of the initial force, are trapped on the far side of the Wormhole in uncharted space. March 2nd, 2641. Mission Commander Connery intensifies military patrols on board all vessels as the insurgent activity aboard the fleet begins to escalate. December 22nd, 2641. Mission Commander Connery institutes strict curfews as the insurgency grows bolder and several deaths occur due to fighting. January 2nd, 2642. A group of 53 insurgents assaults the weapons depot aboard military vessel Explorer 5 and uses the stolen arms to take the bridge. Commander Connery orders an armed response, reclaiming the bridge at the expense of 70 lives. In response, martial law is declared, and an emergency vote taken on security measures. The vote to extend military presence and ban gatherings larger than 3 people passes. January 6th, 2642. Immediately following negotiations between the fleet's leadership and the representatives of the insurgency, the ship on which they are meeting, the Discovery 7, is destroyed, taking the lives of all 592 on board, including Mission Commander Tom Connery and Colonel Richard Morganis. Lieutenant Commander Brent Watson is named Provisional Commander. January 7th, 2642. A vote is again taken on security measures to be enacted. The vote to give the military emergency powers and full fleet control passes by a margin of 2%. Provisional Commander Watson assumes full military authority over the fleet. April 10th, 2642. A planet capable of terraformation is discovered by fleet scientists. Dubbed New Earth, the fleet charts a course towards it, with an estimated arrival of January 2643. 2643. The fleet, adrift for roughly 3 years and now numbering around 60,000 people, arrives at New Earth and begins the process of terraforming and colonizing the world. From landing till war. 2650. Xenobiologist Henry Briggs discovers an alien artifact identical to the one he discovered alongside former Terran Republic President Tom Connery in 2634. He receives another vision and becomes the first human to be directly spoken to by an alien species. 2660. For unknown reasons, xenobiologist Henry Briggs commits suicide. June 21st, 2845. The Terran Republic and New Conglomerate begin full-scale war after peace talks are interrupted by confusing reports of armed conflict in the Chaos Desert region. The followers of Vanu declare themselves an independent sovereignty and declare war on all those who oppose their views.